Hey everybody, it's Dad, and welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. Right then, last we left off. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be weird. She already gave producer Son an approving look, or at least, I mean, she certainly wasn't giving a disapproving look as far as the narration was going, was suggesting. And now here she is showing up at the work. This is gonna be producer-san, Kashiwagi-san, how rare to see you here. I had rare, yes. Has she ever visited the office before? I don't remember. I suppose so. So, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So this is the office where Aki works every day. It's a pretty small office. We've all grown so accustomed to it that it's been hard to move to a bigger location. Let me brew you some tea. Is there anything you wish to discuss with Aki-chan? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Miss Kashiwagi's countenance changed. What, you making her a star? Kashiwagi-san, as I said earlier. I think I know where she's going. Okay, that's pretty. Again, okay, I'm very sorry about my, stuttering, stilted speech. I'm tired as well as stupid as usual, so. Ugh. Why the fuck do my hands smell like lotion? Disregard that. I've been fairly certain she's been broaching this particular subject matter to begin with, but I just didn't expect her to go about it in this way. Assuming that's what she's referencing here. I mean, I placed a tray of teacups on the table and took a seat in front of her on the sofa. Being an idol certainly is a difficult job. It's a job unlike most others, in that both the risks and payoffs are unbelievable. However, from my experience of working with Aki-chan, she already seems to have a good understanding of what the difficulties of being of the difficulties of being an idol. Do you mean by how she pushed herself too hard, or are you talking about breaks the last moment? What do you mean? Okay, and by your definition, what exactly would be the grit? For a moment, the setting sun bleached my vision red. Miss Kashiwagi's face got washed away in the twilight and was replaced with Aki's. Listen here, producer. Enough with your talks. I'm in this to become famous. I don't need sweet talks or pats on the ass from you. I ain't some frail flower who's just gonna wither away because ooh la la, being an idol is so heartrending. I only care about the results, okay? Do whatever the hell needs to be done. Just make me into an idol. Ellipses. In the end, Aki's fierce, calculating, two-faced idol personality had just been an act. Just like her lolly act, yeah. An act to make herself worthy in the eyes of her mother. And perhaps worthy in Aki's own eyes as well. Every girl will have doubts in this path. Did something happen to Aki to make her this way? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I dread to ask, what happened?
プレッシャーが強すぎたんです。
That's very vague, and I had the feeling you're leaving out well, not the feeling, but you're leaving out very important, need-to-know details about what exactly happened. What are the specifics? What was the pressure? Pressure? Well, what was she pressured into doing? Or this is the horror is setting in. What happened?
いつも元気いっぱいのあの子が突然声を失って有名になる直前だったというのに。
I may be completely misreading this, and I mean, if so, great, because that would mean that didn't happen. But still, the question remains, what exactly caused this quote-unquote breakdown or loss of her verve?
トップのレベルにまでなったのに耐えられなかったあの子は逃げたんです。
Again, you're still being vague here. I see. That, in quotation marks that, because we don't even know what that is, must have caused you and her producers a great amount of heartache.
あの子はもうアイドルにはなりたくないと思ってたのに突然やり直したいと言い出したんです。ここシャイニングプロダクションで。 しかしアキはもうあの天使のような子じゃなくなった。
Well, in several ways, yes. Let's just leave it at that.
ファンもきっと気づくでしょ。人気もそのせいで下がるのではないかと。
Depends on the fan. We're not too worried about that. While many idol fans may say the best age for an idol is 13 or 14, the market data shows an idol's power usually peaks in early 20s. Aki-chan still got many years left in her prime. I certainly do understand your concerns, though, and we'll take them into consideration in the days to come. In truth, this is a pivotal time for Aki's career. Given the recent developments in the industry, she really could become the next big thing. Even though Shining Productions may appear so small, please entrust us with your daughter. You have my word as a producer. I'll do my utmost to make Aki-chan the star.
本当ですか、プロデューサーさん。
Okay. Please don't say it like that. Okay. Once again, Miss Kashiwagi leaned forward and held my hand.
あなたがいてくださって本当によかった。
I'm glad that you're glad, I guess. Help me. Of course, Miss Kashiwagi-san. I'm Maki-chan's producer, after all.
私のことはユミコとお呼びください。
All right, informal now. Good. We're establishing a rapport. This is excellent. Okay. Haha, really? Then, Yumiko-san. The small woman smiled at me, but somehow her smile only made me feel uncomfortable. Oh, is that only just now happening for you, producer-san? Oh, okay, well, at least I'm not alone in that anymore. Not now.
実を言うと、夫がいなくなってからアキを育てるのは苦しかった。
Aki-chan did tell me that she rarely sees her father anymore.
あの人
Hardly.
は本
Not really.
当に頑固で、娘が夢を追いかけることを許さなかった。
Okay. That sounds loaded as hell. What the picture this paints, you know, despite this might be how it looks from your perspective, but the picture this is painting to me is that he either didn't approve of you, well, turning your child and thrusting your child into an industry that basically kills childhood, and so to speak, and or he may have also again assuming that that happened. I don't want to give any specific well, I don't want to say it out loud because again it'll just Moving on with this awkwardness, he disagreed with Aki-chan becoming an idol,
はい。
and that was the cause for your divorce.
残念ながら私たちは秋の将来について違う考えを持っていました。
Yeah, but who's... Yeah, never
あ
mind.
の人はあまりにも視野が狭くて秋の可能性を見出すことができませんでした。
Unambitious or just protective? Because it really does. You push your daughter into this industry, likely because you wanted her to be a star, maybe to live vicariously through that. I don't know. That kind of stuff does happen. I don't know if that's what was happening here or not, but
信じられなかった。あんな風に芸能人を見下すなんて許せませんよね、プロデューサーさん。
I see. Pardon my intrusion to your private affairs.
いえいえ、あなたはもうこの家族の一人ですから。
Ma'am, I didn't bang your daughter, okay?
秋がこんなにも気に入ったのですから。
Again, I did not have relations with that shit lolly. She patted me on the shoulder.
頑張ってね、プロデューサーさん。
Of course. With a smile, she stood from the sofa.
私はこれで
You do that.
忘れないでください。あなただけではありません。私も秋がステージで輝いているところを見たいのです。
Right.
何か助けが必要な時、遠慮しないでお呼びくださいね。秋がご迷惑をかけたら私が叱りに来ますから。
Because that doesn't sound ominous at all, or, you know, implying or implies abuse. I understand. Do you, though?
それではお邪魔しました。
Thank you. Ellipses. With that, she left the office and took the music with her. Do you just have a radio in your pocket or something? I let out a long breath of air that I had no idea I was holding. Aki's mother certainly was a handful in her own right, much like Aki. I was starting to understand where Aki got so much of her mannerisms, like mother like daughter. Huh. But I now knew why she called us out this morning. It wasn't because she was worried that an older man was taking advantage of her daughter. It was so that she could begin to influence me, which in turn would give her power to control her daughter's career. Such was the business world. If I was oblivious to how shrewd men and women played this game, then I wouldn't have any right to call myself Starnova's producer. Kashiwagi Yumiko, Aki's mother, and a cunning woman in her own right. Just what role would she play in Aki's path to stardom? A strong, capable mother willing to do anything to make her daughter successful. Or... Okay, yeah, just leave that. Oh, we're back here. Great. Welcome back to hell. The floors are waxed. What is this Imperial March bullshit? The entire membership of Quasar stood at attention like a battalion of warriors with a ready. Nary a fortnight remained... What the fuck is that? Nary a fortnight remained until their Budokan Live. Given the stakes at hand, every one of the girls knew this would be their decisive battle. If they fell here, there would be no Idol Grand Prix. There would very well be no Quasar. They had trained her on the clock. They had bled. They had suffered. All for a shot to reclaim their lost glory. The door to the dance studio flung open, and their center strode in. She stood at the head of the formation and addressed her fellow Valkyries. Everyone, the time has arrived. Our Budokan Comeback Live is finally upon us. Doubtlessly you know this. This has been a difficult time for Quasar. The media continues to defame our name, and even as I speak now, our enemies muster their strength, hoping to dethrone us in our moment of weakness. Look around you. Over half the sisters we began with this year now are gone. That is the scope of the trial we now face. But it is during these times that we must demonstrate our strength. so let it be I who announces it first. The girls looked around in surprise. An announcement? The next fan election will occur 2 days after our Budokan Live. At last, the moment you have been waiting for. With so many new faces in the membership this year, who will come out on top? How will the face of Quasar change? You have all trained, you have all suffered, bled, all for this moment. Now take your place among the stars. Dedicate yourself to becoming the very best. For this Budokan Live will be your opportunity to make your case to the fans. Fight, struggle, and carve out your name in this world. For this shall be your moment. Quasars, let us not forget, just around whom all the stars revolve. Us! Indeed. Let us show Tokyo that it is still Quasar at the center of the galaxy. Who are we? The incantation has been recited. I'm going to do it. No matter what happens in the end, I'm going to aim to become the #1 too. So the battle for the top begins. Looks like I'll have to get serious too from now on. After all, this is Quasar's great comeback. Kamajo stared intently at his monitor. An enormous spreadsheet of numbers flew by in front of him. An incomprehensible jumble of money spent, money earned, money imagined, money invented, money promised, money allocated. Anyone would go mad trying to make sense of the data before him. But he stared through it all, reading through the madness of nothing but calm detachment, for he had long gone mad. The elevator chimed. Didn't read that before I clicked. Ellipses? What is it? Kamajo-sama? The girls have been rallied as ordered. I see. Kamajo still kept his eyes on the screen. On his screen. And there's nothing more for us to discuss. Go forth, and restore our place at the top of this industry. Ahem. Will you be in attendance at our live, Kamajo-sama? No. I'm far too busy dealing with issues on this end. In any matter, what does it matter? Oh, in any matter, what does it matter? Okay, that sounded weird to me. Quasar shall perform impeccably, with or without my presence at the venue. I doubt you girls will dance and sing any better merely because I'm present. The fear is a strong motivator, man. Ellipses. The girls know this life will be different. They have practiced on the clock. You could say their very lives are dependent on the outcome of this live. Perhaps their morale will improve if they knew the producer took the time to... He raised his eyes from his monitor and looked at his center with annoyance. Okay. Are my Quasar so weak as to flounder merely because I'm not there? No. My apologies, Kamajo-sama. Kamajo stood from his chair and approached Shiro. A long time ago, I took a trip with my father to America to see how the entertainment business operates there. You see, in that country, things are quite different from Japan. In this country, when you fall, your family looks after you. The state looks after you. Your friends look after you. Your neighbors look after you. But in America, there is no safety net to catch you if you fall. It is the survival of the fittest. The strong are free to take advantage of the weak, and the weak are free to either accept their lot or band together until they overtake their competitors. And this cycle continues endlessly, leaving only broken people in its wake. When I saw this, I thought, isn't this such an entertaining thing to watch? To see men fight, scheme, betray, rise, and fall? You see, I enjoyed every moment of it, thinking of ways to defeat my enemies, thinking of how I would emerge victorious. Once I realized I was free to see myself become the villain, I became capable of accomplishing things others could only dream of. At the pit of every man's heart is the lust to dominate, to see others shattered and our selfish desires met beyond our wildest imaginations. But to be hated, to be reviled, is an immensely difficult thing for the average individual. A hefty price to pay to accomplish what we seek. When I first laid eyes upon you, I saw my own vision reflected in your eyes, and I knew I was not alone in this world. It is so. Okay then. Okuda Shiro, lead my girls. Deliver Quasar's victory. And your legacy shall be assured. Okay then. Shiro walked away back to the elevator. Further ellipses, right? Okay, thank you, that was riveting. Perhaps she had always despised the man who had lorded over her life for so long. Perhaps she had never seen a producer as anything more than a villain most foul. But this time, Shiro couldn't help but feel the need to say an additional word to the man who, regardless of her hatred for him, had sculpted her into the very woman she was today. Perhaps a desire for conquest can drive man to perform acts both terrible and great. But for woman, the desire to be loved will always trump the desire to win. Before Kamijo could respond, Shiro entered the elevator and closed the door behind her. Women are foolish creatures indeed, so easily taken advantage of. I'll never be one of them. Okay then. Well, that was depressing. Ugh. And I'll end this episode here. It went on longer than I had planned it to. But in any case, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.